Hey everyone, my name is Aaron Hughes, and I'm one of the admins of this Facebook group. I'm also the co-founder of Food Dog Group. And in this video, I want to share with you a recurring theme that has come up for me over and over and over again since the beginning of the year. It's appeared in videos I've been watching and books I've been reading and social posts I've been seeing. Everywhere I turn, I keep getting the same message over and over, and that message is think bigger. Think bigger. It challenges me and it inspires me, and I hope it challenges you and inspires you as well to think bigger for the rest of the year and into 2023. Think bigger. Friends, we are wired for comfort, for predictability, and for stability. Our brains crave comfort. Our brains crave stability. It's a survival mechanism for us that we know what's going to happen next. And that kind of jars against the life of an entrepreneur because entrepreneurs are all about pushing forward toward growth. Meanwhile, our brain is kind of like fighting against that, asking us to be comfortable, predictable, and stable. And to me, the way to break out of that is to think bigger and to create an inspiring goal or target or vision that you can work toward that excites you more than your brain wants you to be comfortable. So in this video, I'm going to share with you one way that I have tried to think bigger, and that is with challenges. I really like challenges. Now, right now, in social media, like Facebook challenges or 5-day challenges are really popular. They're great. If you like doing them, that's awesome. That's not really what I'm talking about here, but that's often what people think about when I mention challenges. But I'm going to share a business challenge and a life challenge that I've set for myself that were ways that I used to break out of that log jam of like comfort versus trying to grow. I was kind of stuck a little bit. I created a challenge that inspired me to think bigger. I was able to kind of blow past that jam and grow my business or my life. So these are two examples. You don't have to model them exactly, but use them as models and see what might work for you in your business or your life, and hopefully it'll inspire you to think bigger too. So on the business side, years ago, I was running a marketing agency, and my marketing agency was me and a couple team members, and I wanted to grow that marketing agency. And I thought, okay, how do I get more clients? Well, I need to convert them from being prospects. And how do I do that? Well, one way I can do that is by writing more proposals. For me, in my mind and at the time in that agency, writing proposals was the one key factor that would help me to close more deals and grow my business. And so I set a challenge for myself to write 100 proposals in 100 days. And I knew I wouldn't be able to write one proposal a day. Sometimes proposals, they might take a couple days, or sometimes I might need a day off. But in 100 days, I wanted to write 100 proposals. That metric, that key performance indicator, seemed impossible for me. I didn't know how I was going to achieve it because I've got lots of other things going on in my life and in my business, right? You probably do too. But I set that goal, 100 proposals in 100 days, and I started. And it wasn't perfect. And I stumbled, and there were some days days in that challenge, I fell behind. I had to catch up. It was really hard, but I kept at it. And I just started to figure out how to make it work, how to get it to happen, how to write proposals regularly. I ended up building better systems to help me write proposals, better systems to help me identify great prospects who should receive a proposal, better systems to kind of automate parts of the proposal process. And by day 50 or day 60 of that challenge, my business was exploding. It was doing so well. And I suddenly had an employee problem. I didn't have enough team members to help me keep up with the growth I was getting from this proposal challenge of mine. And so it was a great way to break out of that comfort zone, to not just grow my business, but to think bigger about how to grow my business. and setting this inspiring key performance indicator, KPI, setting this inspiring KPI that I would work toward helped me think bigger and ultimately see a bigger result in my business. Let me give you a life example too, because what I'm talking about when it comes to thinking bigger also applies to life as well. So I love fitness. I love running. I love doing different fitness challenges, HIIT circuits, that kind of thing. And one day I decided that I wanted to do more burpees. So if you don't know what a burpee is, go look it up. But it's kind of like a cross between a squat and a mule kick and a push up and a jumping jack. I could only do 20 or 25 of those before I got super winded, and I wanted to do more. And so I decided to set a challenge for myself, a fitness challenge where I would do 100 burpees in 10 minutes, and I would be able to do it in a 30-day period. I would kind of like build up to it. By the end of 30 days, I would do 100 burpees in 10 minutes. It was an impossible KPI for me. I didn't know how I was going to get it done. But I set that goal, I set that target, that intention, and then just worked toward it. And the first few days, I could only do 20, 25 burpees and before I was winded, before I was done. And there were some days when like my wrists hurt or, my back hurt, because I didn't kick out properly or something like that. And there were days when I couldn't do them, and other days when I kind of hit a wall, but I figured it out. I ended up at one point creating a big chart and kind of mapping out every 15-second segment in a 10-minute period and how many burpees I could do, and then when I could take a rest and how long that rest could be. I studied how to do a safe burpee, how to do them efficiently, how to do them faster, how to breathe, like athletic breathing so that you don't get winded as easily. It took all these little actions of learning and consistent action and just constantly doing burpees until I was able to figure it out. And I had set my goal for 30 days, but by day 28, I was able to do 100 burpees in 10 minutes. So I'm giving you a business example and a life example, but you probably see that they're actually very similar examples. I set an impossible for me KPI, something I didn't know how I would do. In one case, it was 100 proposals in 100 days. And the other one, it was 100 burpees in 10 minutes. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but then I dug in and I figured it out and I took consistent action and I constantly learned how to do it. And in doing so, I achieved my goal and at the same time, broke out of that comfort zone that was kind of holding me back. And so that's really the message that I want to share with you. First, I want to tell you, think bigger about your business and about your life. Don't play small. We get one shot at life. Think bigger. Create a bigger business. Create a bigger life. And secondly, one way to do that, there's lots of ways, but one way to do that is just pick a challenge for yourself that is inspiring, that is powerful, that's challenging, and set out to do it. And in doing so, you're going to force yourself to think bigger as you figure it out. All right, I hope this video was helpful. In the comments below, let me know what stood out to you. Let me know what areas of your business or your life you're going to think bigger about. And if you're setting kind of a KPI challenge for yourself, I'd love to know what your KPI challenge is going to be. All right, everyone, we'll see you in the next video.